Hello there, beautiful Gemini energies. Welcome to my Tarot Nook. I hope all is well and good with you. Thank you for joining me today. This will be a general energy love reading for you. Okay, we'll see what energies are pulling in. On your energy, what's going on with your relationship, if there's one going on for you, regardless of the status, or what's going on in general around the person that is thinking about you. All right, I'll talk to the both of you wherever applicable. If you enjoy tarot, feel free to subscribe to the channel. I do variety style readings. And also like the videos if they resonate or if you enjoy the reading styles. I do variety style readings, like I said, if I didn't say so, on this channel. So you're welcome to check your other placements, also to check the playlists, to see the sorts of readings I do. And yeah, so let's go ahead and pull some oracles here for you. This is a beautiful Ace of Cups showing in, so we'll see what is up with that here in a minute. Okay, what else is here for you, my beautiful Gemini? What else is here for you? All right, what else is here for Gemini? Okay, teddy bear. Someone's interested. We have also talking. We have a cut down. All right, we have backstabbing. We have the golden mirror. Jeez. Okay. We also have Cupid's arrow, as well as the death card, which we will start with that. Okay, so with the death card, so sorry, I had to ignore a phone call. It was coming through, but it's nothing. Anyways, so with the death card coming in here, I do feel like there's something signaling an ending, or that the current state of the relationship is going through some sort of change or transformation. It feels like somebody's really absolutely certain or done completely, like there's no second chances. But there's also a chance, somebody wants a chance to grow and transform something. So let's go ahead and take a deeper look with the teddy bear here. There's something here where there's still an undertone or underlying interest to have a romantic connection or to rekindle a romantic energy experience with you. Dealing with the death card here, it feels like your situation could be actually like you have something on hold. You could be on a break. You could have been the person that asked for some sort of a break. It doesn't feel like it's a total separation just yet. It does feel like it's just time here. Someone's trying to take time to like think about what they want next, or how they need to fix something, correct something about how they are doing things. Okay, so or just trying to take a break and think about just the best way to move forward overall. Okay, so like in the best interest of being together or apart, like that decision is being taken, like that's kind of where we are. That's how I'm feeling like you're showing up for me, Gemini. You're kind of taking a strong stance. It doesn't feel like there's a direct confirmation one way or another, like the direction of how things are going to end up. It does feel like things are currently, at the time of this reading, are on pause. It's not a final split. And so the interest here, they're still strongly interested in you. They want to take you out. They want to romance you. They want to flirt with you. They want to talk. Okay, they want to correct something here. Desire to communicate, kind of bring something back on track. Maybe they want to clarify or amend something or heal something or correct something. Okay, or they want to maybe tell you some things that they have not been able to express. With the cut down card, it just feels like there's warnings of like potential sense of like separation right now. Maybe emphasizing the need to kind of either be on this break, or just we need to fix something, correct something, heal something, or start a new pattern. Like we're not going to go to the past or where things were. We're going to fix it. But it feels like there's a silent treatment here. Again, I'm getting it that's coming from you. If you're both Geminis, maybe it's coming from them, but I'm getting it from the Gemini. The backstabbing here is a little much. I feel like this points to a lot of betrayal, sense of urging you here to kind of be cautious, or threw you into like a place where you were, you had to kind of guard yourself here. Somebody was very dishonest, deceptive, lying about something, not being truthful. It does feel like, there's a sense of back and forth here. with perception of just who's doing the right thing and who's not. Just with the perception of things. So we're cutting ties. We're done with the backstabbing. The golden mirror here, this showed up for the last reading, which was, I think, was it Sagittarius? I think it showed up for Pisces too. Anyways, the golden mirror here is just flags of narcissism or self-absorption, but it just feels like to me, it just feels like the energy here. There's an energy. One of you is doing this to the other. Well, maybe both of you, but really, it's really more where I feel like rather than taking a look at themselves in the mirror to fix something, they're just calling out everything else on the outside that's wrong in things, and it's just kind of somewhat bringing about a sense of hypocrisy here. Okay, narcissism as well. I don't feel like there's a lot of love bombing, but if there has been, and you're, that you're done with that, you're not allowing it, you're not playing the cycle with this person, but they're not done with you. There's hope for love here. I feel like despite these challenges, there's potential for love to strike back. Okay, for something new to come to happen. For a rekindling of something. And if you remember in the very beginning, I said, so I have these, right? And apparently they sometimes kind of peel off. And I'm like seeing them all over. And I can't ever take a break without my cats jumping up here. So anyways, I'm a little distracted. But earlier I had said, I like the Ace of Cups showing up before I even pulled these cards. And these cards are already verifying, validating that this person is really, their desire here is to bring love your way. Okay, they're struck by you. I feel like there's somebody that's going to surprise you. There's a loving offer coming through. I feel like, before I jump into it, there's just a potential for this love offer to come through anyway. But with the Nine of Cups in general, I feel like there's a desire for emotional fulfillment and satisfaction in the relationship itself. It does feel like there's potential for this happiness to happen, to take place. But it just feels like both of you here need to be, interested in it, interested in this change, interested in this growth. This is you both are like a wish come true to one another. It does feel like, the Nine of Cups just talks about, there's a sense of like sometimes material abundance. So sometimes, the value in each other is more for the things that you can do for one another versus the actual emotional connection. So this card calls for like the need to have a stronger emotional like stability in the relationship. It does feel like, the security here is desired emotionally. And I also feel like energetically together, you're both kind of have a lot of good memories. Okay, so it just feels like for some of you, this is just not to become complacent because, sometimes the energies can be deceiving. Not that I'm saying they are going to be intentionally, but they could be. So sometimes we misread things or we misunderstand things. Okay, so the message here is just that both of you need to be in a place where you're working actively to maintain this happiness and sense of achievement or contentment in the relationship, and it just shouldn't be falling on just one person. Okay, so it does feel like both of you need to be committed to nurturing things versus just one person or just a little bit of from both sides, because it just feel like energy is being wasted in that sense. The beautiful, beautiful Ace of Cups, your energies together. There's a desire here for a new beginning in love. There's a sense of somebody wants to openly, emotionally connect here and have just a heart-to-heart conversation. I do feel like both of you are entering a place where the relationship is going to have a fresh beginning. It really is. It's going to take some work. It's going to take some effort. And this could be after a period of a separation that like I was talking about. But it could also be after like an exhausting phase, okay? Like a phase that was just heavy. So it's just more of a relief to even just, and again, your mutual energies are pulling for that. I feel like for a lot of you Gemini, you could be kind of going through towards like a personal shift. Just looking for something more meaningful, more like to have for your emotional connection to have more depth. So that you're both essentially bringing like a new energy without, it doesn't have to be like explained that way, but it does feel like your energy is shifting towards something more emotionally deep versus just like the surface things in general. There's a sense of hope here for things to work out. I feel like, there's a sense of mutual desire for rekindling this. So essentially, because the desire is there, someone can actually approach the other person, and everything else will fall into place. All right. It's just that, it's expressing the willingness of what somebody wants, and just being okay feeling vulnerable if necessary, or if that's what's gonna, if that's what, if that's how the person is, and if it needs for them to be vulnerable, for them to really kind of explain themselves or offer this new beginning, then that's what they'll do, if that's what it takes. Because it feels like they need to convince you that they really do care and they really want a fresh start. All right, to put whatever has ended in the past and just leave it there. I'm getting a lot of that for these readings today, and I don't know why. And it's like, I can take a couple of days break from YouTube, no readings and uploads deliberately, and then I'll come to a reading and I'll do 4 readings, and out of the entire deck, the cards just keep repeating themselves. But it just feels like, it's essentially a vibe. It's a vibration. It's a frequency right now. And it feels like the people I'm talking to really do need to focus on what's really important to them, versus kind of getting stuck in their feelings to a point where it could put them, it could set them back versus allow them to grow something. Because sometimes relationships, not everything is easy, to get over or deal with, but sometimes people, and that's okay, that's part of the experience, is to say I tried, to say that, I gave it my best, for example, or I'm done giving it my best, or I don't want to try. It's okay. But that's kind of like this reading is going towards that direction. It's like, what do we really want from this? I feel like the Six of Pentacles here, this is a Taurus energy. This is a moon card. Taurus moon, there's a lot of things that are still kind of not necessarily being exposed or shown. But I do feel like there's a person here feels like they need to balance, like, their emotional and material support in the relationship. So it does feel here like, like I said, you're seeking, or the desire is to have a deeper emotional connection, versus one that could be material or focused too strong on certain material things. It doesn't always have to be money, but it could be resources, availability, time, access, and all that. But I feel like, there's a sense of generosity here, a sense of desire to do the right thing. Someone feel like there's a sense of obligation, okay, to do the right thing, but sometimes it can be very manipulated, so it comes in the form of breadcrumbing. So while the intentions are really like there to provide the support, to provide the love, to be emotionally available, connect, and all that, they breadcrumb it. Somebody's breadcrumbing it, okay? And I feel like for a lot of you, this makes you feel a little undervalued, all right, and overly dependent on in the relationship. Like you're just giving a lot, you're doing a lot, and you're not getting a whole lot back. All right, so it's kind of like you need to think about what you really want here, which is kind of like where the whole reading, I think, felt like it was going. It's like essentially time to think about, to reflect on what we want, if we want to accept these ways, or if we need to, take a breath and take a step back. And if we have a new beginning, it has to be done right. Until it gets done right, these cycles will continue to repeat themselves. It's just what it is. Eight of Pentacles here. This is a Virgo energy. I feel like, there's a huge focus here to have the relationship improve. But it does feel like the effort put into it, not a whole lot of people, like this person, or there's the energies around are not necessarily applying themselves. Okay, so it's like they're not inspired, they're not motivated. Okay, so and then it plays into the whole sense of feeling undervalued here again anyway, because only one person is, showing up to the party or showing up to work, ready to do the work, while the other person is just like, okay, hey, thanks for showing up to do the work. Um, can I just only do this one thing, or I'm only gonna do just one thing, and then they kind of not even apply themselves, so they're coming across lazy. All right. It does feel like for a lot of you, you are hoping for this person to kind of wake up, or to have this connection grow or heal. Like you want them to, you want to see them put the work, you want to see them try, you want to see if they care. You don't have time to play games, but it's also it's a fair test. It's a fair place to put yourself to see if this person is interested long term or not. I feel like for a lot of you, past efforts to make things perfect in the relationship could have been exhausted for no reason, not fruitful, because this person was not aligned to, the actual, like, I don't know, successful things that were happening. They were just taking it for granted, I guess, is, but how do you define success? Okay, so this person is not even showing success in anything. I feel like they take you for granted a lot. The Knight of Pentacles here, this is like challenges your person is facing. I feel like your person might be, dealing with like they're not like as patient as it's kind of like very indignant, or like high expectations person. Like it's like they're not stable or staying in one place. They're very kind of, rather than being patient, because this is a card of patience, stability, and reliability. In the challenge position that I'm reading it for, they don't bring stability. They don't bring like a lot of value. If anything, I feel like they walk away, or they bring about a lot of inconsistencies, lack of stability. They could be dealing, having a hard time keeping the relationship grounded, or helping the relationship progress when it comes to love. And that's the sense of renewal that's wanting to come through here. All right. That's the kind of, I want to talk. Please, we're not done yet type of vibe that's coming through. With the Knight of Pentacles, also in terms of challenges, there's a sense of stubbornness here that's coming through. So, it does feel like, this is somebody that not only can they be lazy and not act on things, and as a challenge, sometimes they come across as they don't care. All right. They don't care until they care, and that's when they want to let you know they care. But until then, you know what I mean? So they're very intermittent, like I said, breadcrumbing, a little unfair here with how they do things. The Two of Pentacles for, what would they do to fix things, or how do they address these challenges? I feel like a person might be trying to balance how they're feeling with the everyday stuff that's going on, having a hard time maybe prioritizing, or realizing that they need to keep things prioritized. If they want to grow anything with you, they're not going to juggle. Things have to be like respected. Like, you can't be like, for example, waiting 3 hours for them to come over just because they got delayed because somebody convinced them to stay an extra hour. Like, I don't know, it's just a weak example, but it's still an example nonetheless. But it's like managing their time. That's the example. All right. So, I do feel like this is somebody that might still have a hard time adapting to changes, or they may not want to change. They may struggle, and they may keep things very challenging here. So, they may not be able to kind of balance their relationship with you, by being responsible, for example. So, it feels like they want to try to fix things, but it does feel like somebody here may drop the ball, or may not necessarily. They may say, okay, well, they're tired, or they're done. Like, they're going to want to try. They're going to have the desire to try, but they may not be able to kind of handle it. All right. Because it's kind of like, well, I'm not here to be your parent or to clean up after you or to just feed you and make you happy, and then everything else, I don't count. So, and they're very, I don't say that they come across as dismissive, but they come across as very like, they try to keep things very light and not as deep. Okay, and it's time to kind of put up or shut up, show up, or something. But there's decisions here to be made, basically. Okay, so decisions. Two of Wands. I mean, it feels like there's plans here, or considerations for future, that you haven't had together yet. Possibly to share future together, but something very new. There's a chance for that. There's a desire for it, but there's also opportunity to kind of maybe look ahead, and do things differently in general, like take a different direction altogether. You may be looking at a new opportunity altogether, or just exiting the relationship. And this could be just you kind of like also folding, just saying no, because you might feel like this person is not going to bring you security, the stability that you need. They may add a lot of anxiety, worry. The relationship isn't necessarily, it's still going to feel lopsided. So for a lot of you, you could just also be uncertain yourself about where you want or where things are headed. You just don't know. I feel like you might just need to have open communication. Just be honest about your true desires here from one another, and just kind of see how it plays out. Because we do have the Ace of Cups, and this person is really kind of still not willing to kind of completely give up, or walk away. They're just not in their best place, or they're not doing things just right, for example. It's just what it's at. There's just the evolution of the relationship is very, very slow right now. All right, so with the Eight of Wands in the reverse, yeah, delays again. So there's some delays here, something here. Obstacles are in the way, but I feel like a lot of it also could be due to misunderstandings when it comes to communicating with one another. All right, Sagittarius energy showing up. This is a Mercury card. In the reverse, there's just obstacles. Something is slowing down. Patience is lacking. Patience here is just not playing in anyone's favor. It does feel like even if there's an opportunity to make a decision or to think about something, we're not moving as fast as we need to. It's just very, very slow. All right, very slow. And it feels like somebody here is just they're not being on. Like it does feel like if there's a conversation, it just feels that somebody's just not being as, I don't want to say honest, but as open as they need to, so the other person can hear. So misunderstandings are just there. It's like somebody wants the other person to read between the lines, or somebody's just really frustrated, and I feel like, your person here could be frustrated because you're not being as straightforward as they want you to be, so that you can give them an indication if there's a way to kind of, start new. Because it feels like, whatever this person did, whatever it is that had caused a very shocking ending, a problem to the relationship, that they can't recover from right now, whatever it is that they got exposed for, they want a renewal for it. They really want to renew it, and get things back on track. But it does feel like your person here wants clear intentions from you, and I feel like they're not getting they're not you have them on pause right now, and they're not able to get into your head and get those answers. You're not making it easy for them. All right, so it feels like this is somebody that really needs some sort of active dialogue or something here to overcome this hurdle. But it does feel like you are also keeping the door not available right now, or the door closed, or not giving any indications, because you might really completely be saying, no, this is not something I want to continuously deal with. I'm entering the reading after what happened, so it's not showing me a whole lot of what happened. But because of the Death card, this relationship is over, no second chances. I'm thinking that there could be something just big going on, like neglect in the relationship, juggling you with somebody else. I know there's not a whole lot of cheating on the cards here, but the Two of Wands could be, hidden intentions or plans. That can also involve somebody else, or may have involved somebody else. So for a lot of you, you're very apprehensive of returning and then having that situation happen again. But this is where like the open communication comes in, is super, super important. Okay. I feel like the Six of Pentacles, there's a slight sense of manipulation here when it comes to feelings, and also providing emotional support. And with the Two of Wands, it does feel like, again, somebody here is not sharing everything. There's secret plans, but somebody is not sharing a lot of it. And it could just lead to sense of like feeling like the connection or the relationship is on unstable grounds. And it could be used as a way to manipulate and steer the relationship to maintain control. So they could be seeing you as that person, and also as the person that's delaying things, probably trying to play mind games with them. But it's what they get. If they want to play stupid games, they win stupid prizes. And I feel like for them, they feel like you both are better than that. And they're frustrated. They kind of want some sort of activity, but they're not getting a whole lot of feedback from you right now. All right, Gemini, well, this is what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Thank you for spending some of your time with me. Let me know in the comments what's going on with y'all, and also subscribe if you haven't done yet. So yeah, like the video, hit the notification bell. I'll see you in a couple of days. It'll be 2025. So today is December 30. Happy New Year. I love you all. See you next year. Bye.